Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are recording this from the Dave Cave. Unfortunately, we were unable to get a live broadcast to stream successfully here tonight. I think the glitch is in my OBS software or YouTube or the interface between the two. So thank you for those of you who hung out and tried to catch the show. We were unable to get live, but we will record tonight's matches and post them to the channel for your viewing pleasure. We are coming to you from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City with action from Patriot Championship Wrestling. Your main event tonight will be for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship as the champion, Ed Strangler Lewis, defends the belt against Harley Race in what should be a fine battle. We have already had some good action prior to the broadcast from the Hammerstein Ballroom as Larry Zbyszko opened the show with an exciting victory over Danny Hodge by way of the Boston Crab. Seen a lot of that tonight, as we will get into. Then we saw the debut of a new tag team to Patriot Championship Wrestling. The dynamic young squad of Paul Lundgren and Brian Kendrick, as they opened their Patriot Wrestling tenure with a victory over Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito. Pedro Morales then hit the screen and picked up a submission win over Gorilla Monsoon, again using the Boston Crab. It was a similar leg scissor hold that Joe Stecker used to score a victory over Bruno Sammartino in a very competitive technical contest. And just before we went to broadcast, it was tag team action with Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas picking up the victory over the Valiant Brothers. And now we are ready for tonight's televised action. Our first contest is a no disqualification grudge match, as tempers have been flaring here in Patriot Championship Wrestling. This began as a tag team match, which resulted in an injury to Davey Boy Smith a few weeks ago at the hands of Demolition. And that resulted in the scheduling of tonight's opening grudge match. Davey Boy Smith is most of the way better. He has not been cleared to return to action, but he is able to be at ringside tonight. Introducing first, 5'8", 225 pounds from Manchester, England. He is accompanied by his tag team partner, Davey Boy Smith. This is the Dynamite Kid. And his opponent from parts unknown, 6'2" and 303 pounds. He is accompanied to the ring by his partner, Demolition Axe. This is Demolition Smash. So it will be the Dynamite Kid taking on Demolition Smash in a no disqualification grudge match to start the show here tonight. And with that, I believe we are ready for action. The opening initiative role is won by Smash, as the two men come together, and it is Smash who grabs a headlock. Dynamite trapped in that headlock. What is Smash going to do next? He maintains the headlock. Dynamite Kid unable to break free. And now it is an attempted elbow smash by Demolition. He is not able to get that done. That is an agility move, and Dynamite by far the more agile of the two men in the ring. And it is Dynamite who follows that up and scores with a front drop kick that stuns Demolition Smash. Here comes Dynamite. He's going to follow that up with another smash, with another drop kick to Smash. Smash has been staggered. Dynamite Kid in control, another drop kick, and now Smash goes down, and Dynamite goes for the cover. And on a count of three, he got him just like that. Oh my goodness, Dynamite Kid comes out with a series of drop kicks and puts Smash down and covers him very quickly for the pin. How about that from Dynamite Kid? picking up the victory in singles competition by way of a series of drop kicks to score the pin on Demolition Smash. Now let's see what might happen in the aftermath of that situation. I'm going to go to one of my homemade charts to see what sort of post-match mayhem may ensue. And on a roll of 10, there are shenanigans at ringside, and the referee refuses to count the pinfall. So I guess Demolition Axe came and pulled the referee out of the ring, and so the pinfall was not counted. And now we've got all four men brawling at ringside. It is a four-way brawl now. Davey Boy Smith is still somewhat injured, so he'll be at a disadvantage in this situation, but he's got to get up and defend his tag team partner. As Demolition Axe has leveled the referee, there is no referee present. Smash and Dynamite Kid are going to have to brawl it out, and we will see what happens here on the gut check rolls. We'll do the gut check rolls for the British Bulldogs first. And it is going to be wow, good rolls for the Bulldogs, 11 and 12. We will subtract the injury ratings and the cage ratings. So that gives Dynamite a 10. And that gives Davey Boy 11 minus 2 is 9. We'll subtract another 3 for his injury. But Davey Boy gets a roll of 6 on the gut check rolls. How we do this is we roll a 12-sided die for each wrestler and subtract their cage rating. We also subtract any fatigue, but this hasn't been going on long enough for anybody to have any fatigue. And so the highest roll will win. And for Axe and Smash, boy, that's some bad-looking rolls. Smash gets a 0, 3 minus 3. Axe gets 4 minus 3, which is 1. So the British Bulldogs have just put a whooping on Axe and Smash. And we may have a potential injury roll here. Because that was such a wide discrepancy, we're going to have Smash roll on the injury chart. He may be hurt. And we roll a D20. There will be no add-ons to this roll because there's no fatigue. And on a roll of 4, Smash will escape injury, but Demolition just humiliated at the hands of the British Bulldogs. Davey Boy Smith. This match will officially go down as a no contest, as there was no pinfall counted. Referees have come to the scene to tend to their fallen colleague and try to calm down the action between these four men, and we're going to probably see more grudge match situations between these four in the future. But for tonight, the match has been declared a no contest after Dynamite Kid dominated the action. Demolition Axe pulled the referee out of the ring to prevent his partner from being pinned, leveled the referee, and then a four-way brawl broke out, and the fans are going crazy as Davey Boy Smith on one leg and Dynamite Kid on 2 legs just beat the stuffings out of the men of Demolition. And what a humiliating defeat as Demolition has to leave the ring area with their tails between their legs as the British Bulldogs stand tall, much to the delight of the crowd here in New York City. All right, that was a very interesting way to kick things off here tonight from the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. And our next contest will be a championship match for the Pacific Tag Team, the Patriot Tag Team Championship. As we will set the stage for tonight's title match in the tag team division. The red and blue dice will be for the pin saves. Each team is allowed 2 pin saves. And, of course, the white and black are your fatigue token counters. Introducing first the challengers. At a total combined weight of 565 pounds, coming to the ring first, out of Salt Lake City, Utah, 6'9", 320 pounds, he is Don Leo Jonathan. Don Leo Jonathan challenging for the Tag Team Championship here in Patriot Championship Wrestling alongside his tag team partner, affectionately known as Mr. Italy, 6'3", 245 pounds, out of Venice, Italy. He is DOMINIC DENUCCI. DOMINIC DENUCCI tagging with Don Leo Jonathan. They did tag in the past. Thank you to Sam Luptak Jr. for the bootleg. And you can reach Sam via the Facebook or Discord groups for Filsinger Games and get a copy of this bootleg. And, of course, the Don Leo Jonathan, way back from 2003, original Filsinger Games, black and white card stock. And the champions. Introducing next will be the champions. At a total combined weight of 616 pounds, from the Isle of Samoa, collectively known as the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika. And these are bootlegs provided by my good friend WH Lineup on the Filsinger boards. You can reach out to WH Lineup on the Filsinger boards and get from him the information. I'm not sure if these are still available, but he may be able to provide those to you at cost. And now we are ready for action. As we kick things off, it will be Wild Samoan Sika opening the contest against Don Leo Jonathan. And the opening initiative role is won by Sika. So Sika will take control on the opening lockup. And he is going to try and take down Don Leo Jonathan with a shoulder block. And Don Leo Jonathan stands his ground. At 320 pounds and 6'9", this is one of the few men who can match power with the Wild Samoans. And it is Don Leo Jonathan getting the best of that first power exchange. And now he follows that up with a side kick to the throat. But Sika is not impressed. These two big men staring each other down in the center of the ring. Neither man able to gain the advantage on the opening exchange. And now it is Don Leo with a forearm hammer. Again, Sika unfazed, and Sika fires back and drops Don Leo with a neck breaker, and Don Leo Jonathan is down. Don Leo slow to get to his feet as Sika stands over him with a menacing scowl. And Sika is now going to try for the elbow drop, but Don Leo Jonathan got out of the way of that one. He has good agility for a big man. So Sika misses the elbow drop, and it is Don Leo Jonathan who comes back and picks Sika up into the air and drops him across the knee with an atomic drop. Wow, both these men are going toe-to-toe here in the opening exchanges, and neither man has been able to gain the advantage. Don Leo in control with a big drop kick, but Sika does not get taken off his feet by that move. Don Leo follows that up with a butt drop. Grabs the arm, takes him down in a single leg takedown, and drops the butt across the leg, and Sika gets right up to his feet once again. And now we're going to see both men tag out to their respective partners, as nothing was settled between those two. Don Leo Jonathan and Sika going power for power, and now Mr. Italy, DOMINIC DENUCCI, is moving out against Wild Samoan Afa, and it will be Afa who gains the advantage. And it is Afa, just goes right to the eyes of DOMINIC DENUCCI. DENUCCI didn't like that very much. He is a hot-tempered fellow, and it is DENUCCI who challenges for a test of strength. That's a bad idea, as Afa by far has the strength advantage between these two. And it is Afa who scoops up DENUCCI and slams him down to the mat hard. So the first control of this match is established by Wild Samoan Afa with that body slam. And Afa is going to follow that up and just bite the forehead of DOMINIC DENUCCI. Nasty tactics here by the champion. Alpha follows that up and is going to go with a face ripper and just rip at the eyes and nose and gouge at the face of DOMINIC DENUCCI. Referee putting the count on Alpha. Alpha couldn't care less. Alpha follows that up with a spinning chop, and he nailed DENUCCI with that spinning chop. DENUCCI is stunned. Alpha follows that up with another big body slam. Alpha goes for the cover. The pin roll here is snake eyes, but on a roll of 5, DENUCCI is able to kick out. So Alpha taking control here with his power. What's he going to do now? It is going to be out of the ring. Out of the ring we go. This is not someplace where DENUCCI wants to find himself at the hands of these wild Samoans. And on a roll of 8, DENUCCI is going to have to struggle to get back into the ring ahead of the 10 count, where Alpha is waiting with malice in mind. Here is a tag to Sika. And we're going to see a double team now. And it is a big double team face first splash, or a face first double team flapjack type maneuver as the Samoans just dump DOMINIC DENUCCI face down onto the mat. And that is going to cost DENUCCI another point of fatigue. Sika now in the ring and in control. And again, he is going to pitch DENUCCI out of the ring. Out of the ring goes DOMINIC DENUCCI, and on a roll of 7, that is once again the helpless crawl. DENUCCI forced to crawl back into the ring where Sika is waiting, and Sika's just going to pitch him right back out of the ring again. Are we going to see some shenanigans here? No, we're not quite yet. But Sika is going to tag into Alpha, and we are going to see another double team here. And this time it is an awesome double neck breaker executed by the Samoans to keep DOMINIC DENUCCI down. Didn't quite get enough of that one to gain another fatigue token. But the damage has been done and Alpha is in control. And now Alpha is going to attempt to drop DOMINIC DENUCCI onto the top rope in a position that no man wants to be dropped on the top rope. This is a choice H maneuver. The dreaded crotch foe on top rope. He is going to need a death jump roll to complete this. But on a roll of 9, that is the agility roll. And DOMINIC DENUCCI, with the superior agility of these two men, is able to avoid the dreaded crotch drop onto the top rope. He does a backwards shoulder roll out of the grasp of of Alpha. DENUCCI gets to his feet, and it is a whip to the ropes. DENUCCI with the whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Alpha, and on a roll of 7, it is a high knee from DENUCCI that stuns Alpha, and DENUCCI quickly gets out and tags in Don Leo Jonathan. In comes the fresh man. DENUCCI needed that tag in the worst way. As Jonathan comes in and takes control. Side kick to the throat. Alpha is unfazed, and Alpha just fires right back. He picks up Don Leo Jonathan, scoops him up, and slams him down to the mat hard. Jonathan slow to get to his feet as Alpha moves in. Alpha now whips Jonathan into friendly territory, and we're going to see double teaming by both members of the Samoans as they gang up on Don Leo Jonathan. Don Leo fights his way out of the corner, and the battle continues. And more double teaming in the corner, and this time Don Leo Jonathan goes down. Tag to Sika, and in comes Sika, and he joins with Alpha for a devastating double clothesline, and now Don Leo Jonathan is down. The teamwork of the Samoans has put them in control here, and now we're going to see the double team Samoan drop. This is a +2 finisher, so on a roll of 4 or lower, we'll see the pin. But on a roll of 8, Don Leo is able to kick out, and the match will continue. But the Samoans, after several even exchanges, have taken control of this one. And now it is Don Leo Jonathan who is at the mercy of the tag team champions. And now it is Sika who clamps on that trapezius nerve clamp. Very painful looking maneuver. but not one that is going to end the match as Don Leo tries to get over and tag DENUCCI. He can't get there, and the attack from Sika continues. Sika now with a big neck breaker dumps Don Leo Jonathan down to the mat once again. Don Leo tries to get to his feet, and it is going to be Sika with a choice A maneuver, ropes or power. Gosh, neither of these are good choices, but the power is nearly impossible. So it's going to be a whip to the ropes by Sika. What's going to happen here? Don Leo Jonathan comes off the rope. Sika drops down. Don Leo comes off the other way. And on a roll of 6, it is a flying shoulder tackle from Don Leo Jonathan that takes Sika down to the canvas. Don Leo now in control. What's he going to do? He goes for another big atomic drop and a cover. The pinroll here is 3 or lower. And on a roll of 6, Sika is able to kick out, but Don Leo Jonathan is taking control after coming off the ropes and dropping Sika with that shoulder tackle, followed by the atomic drop. Don Leo Jonathan in control here, and he is going to go for a suplex. This is a choice F maneuver, so he will require a roll of 9 or lower to complete that. And on a roll of 10, Sika powers his way out of the suplex attempt, and it is Sika with help from Afa coming in from the outside, and they nail Don Leo Jonathan with a double headbutt. Referee putting Afa out of the ring, but the damage has been done. Sika in control now after the double team headbutt. And now it is going to be Sika going up to the middle turnbuckle. He's going to attempt a death jump. And on a roll of 7, he nails Don Leo Jonathan with a flying clothesline off of the middle turnbuckle. Don Leo Jonathan once again is down. And once again, they're going to go for that double team Samoan drop. The pin roll now is 5 or lower. DENUCCI's going to use a pin save, but on a roll of 7, he can't get there. And on a roll of 5 or lower, this match will be over. And on a roll of 7, Don Leo is able to kick out. So the double team Samoan drop did its damage. DENUCCI was unable to get there in time. Don Leo Jonathan just got the shoulder up. Afa now the legal man in the ring. And Afa is again going to team with Sika for a double team headbutt. And that stuns Don Leo Jonathan before the referee is finally able to clear Sika out of the ring. Don Leo getting to his feet, but Afa pitches him into the corner. And again, we're going to see that double team nonsense in the corner as Afa and Sika put the barefooted kicks all over the body of Don Leo Jonathan. Don Leo Jonathan is down. And now another double team Samoan drop. The pinfall now is 7. Can DENUCCI make the pin save? On a roll of 9, he is unable to do so. And on a roll of 7, this match will be over. 7 or lower. And on a roll of 4, they got him. So really quite the dominant performance by Afa and Sika. And it is Afa who finally wins the match after the double team Samoan drop. But Sika certainly did plenty of damage of his own. And DENUCCI and Jonathan are going to go away without the tag team title belts. And that's really no big surprise. I think the Samoans were the overwhelming favorites in this tag team championship match. DENUCCI and Jonathan gave it their best shot, but they just were no match for the dominant champions. So congratulations to your winners, and still reigning and defending Patriot tag team champions, the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika. And gosh, what a disappointment that we couldn't get this on the channel live, because that was certainly a fun match. And coming up next, we have our main event of the evening, and this should be a doozy. This is for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. The following contest is one fall with a 30-minute time limit and is for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, 6'1", 268 pounds, out of Kansas City, Missouri. This is Harley Race. Harley Race, by no means a fan favorite. Both these two are not well liked and not well appreciated by the fans, but the New York City wrestling crowd is sophisticated, and they know that this will be a hard-hitting and potentially a technical classic matchup between these two men, neither of whom give a whit about a popularity contest. As Race hits the ring, he gets polite applause from the crowd, who now turns their attention to the top of the ring ramp as we introduce the champion. He is 5 foot 10 inches, 236 pounds. He is your reigning and defending Patriot Heavyweight Champion out of Louisville, Kentucky. This is the man known as the Strangler, Ed Lewis. So Ed Strangler Lewis, the master of the Strangler's headlock, he can dominate a match with that headlock. That is a triple finisher. All three of those rolls on a 4, 5, or 6. Lewis takes the headlock. It's only a 0 finisher. So it's not a devastating move, but it's a move that he just keeps after it and wears his opponent down until submission becomes inevitable. Harley Race, on the other hand, has a level 0 finisher on a roll of 5 as a vertical suplex, and a pile driver is his main finisher. That's a +2. So this match could go either way, as both these men are very competitive and very good grapplers and take a back step to no man. All right, the introductions are completed, and the two men are staring one another down in the center of the ring. Neither of them is interested in a handshake or any other form of pleasantries. They're here to compete, and the opening initiative roll is won by Strangler Lewis. Both men are pretty even in the power department. Lewis with a slight advantage in agility. And, Lewis just starts him off with a sucker punch. Sucker punch delivered by Strangler Lewis. Harley Race doesn't take too kindly to that. And Harley Race tries to hit Lewis with an elbow. That's an agility move. Lewis gets out of the way of that, and it is Lewis who takes Harley Race down and applies a painful neck yoke. Lewis already working the neck of Harley Race, trying to soften up the challenger for the application of that Strangler's headlock when the opportunity presents itself. But right now, Lewis continues to work that neck yoke, and Race continues to fight off his challenger, his opponent getting to one knee as Lewis continues with that neck yoke. Race unable to get free. And finally, Harley Race is just going to go and leave the ring. He drops down and rolls out of the ring to get out of that painful neck hold that Lewis had applied. And now we may see some action on the arena floor. And on a roll of 7, that is a mano-a-mano battle. Best man wins. And both these men are A-rated performers on the arena floor, which means that Lewis, the wrestler on offense, will maintain control. Back into the ring we go. Lewis in control. And now he gets the headlock. Strangler's headlock applied. The submission roll here is 2. And Race is able to power his way through that. But Lewis already working that submission hold. He worked the neck. Now he's working the headlock. And on a roll of 4, he is able to maintain the headlock. Submission roll now is 3 or lower. And Harley Race starting to show some signs of damage to that neck from the neck yoke and now the Strangler's headlock. Lewis in control. But now Race is able to get to his feet. And it is going to be Lewis attempting a takeover and a leg drop. This is an agility roll, so he'll need 7 or lower to complete that. But on a roll of 8, Race is able to avoid that move, and it is Race who follows up instead, trapping Lewis in an Indian deathlock. Lewis tried a leg hold. Race reversed him and put him in the Indian deathlock. And now it is Lewis who is forced to crawl over to the bottom rope and grab that rope for the hold to be broken. But Race is in control, and he hits him with a falling knee drop. Race with a knee drop before Lewis could get to his feet. Referee admonishing Race for not letting his man get to his feet. Race doesn't care as he goes right back to the Indian deathlock. And this time he's got him in the center of the ring. He can force a submission here on a roll of snake eyes, but on a roll of 3, Lewis just is able to get out. Wow. 2 very close calls, one for each man here in this match. As the match continues, Race now has taken control. As Lewis, under the damage from that Indian Deathlock, slow to get to his feet. What's Race going to do? Race is going to pitch Strangler Lewis out of the ring, where we will see more action on the arena floor. And on a roll of 8, it is Harley Race who is just going to bide his time in the ring and force Strangler to make that helpless crawl back into the ring, where Race is awaiting and remains in control. And now Harley pitches him out of the ring once again. Lewis tried to get back into the ring, and Harley Race just greeted him with a knee smash as Lewis tried to get between the ropes. And we're not going to see any out-of-the-ring shenanigans quite yet. Instead, on a roll of 5, it's going to be an out-of-the-ring brawl and a potential disqualification for both these men. This is the double DQ roll. Lewis will not be disqualified. Race may be disqualified on a roll of 5 or lower on the second time around. And on a roll of snake eyes, Harley Race is disqualified. Oh my goodness, what a stunning outcome of that match. But action had gone out to the arena floor several times, and Lewis finally baited Harley Race into doing something stupid. And Race was suckered into that one and disqualified after a brawl on the arena floor. I do have a little table for that. What's the reason for the disqualification? This is just a little homebrew table that I made all by myself. We'll see if I can find that. Thank you again for those of you who hung out on YouTube and tried to get a chance at tonight's live broadcast, which was not able to happen. As we take a look at our impromptu disqualification table. And, well, that said outside interference, but I can't see either of these men calling upon any outside interference. So we will just call that a standard disqualification. And using another homebrewed table, my disqualification table, on a roll of 8, we see disqualified wrestler attacks opponent. So Harley Race goes on the attack, and we go to the attack table. As the brawling outside of the ring, Race not satisfied. And on the attack table, a roll of 10, a wild brawl erupts between both wrestlers, and the wrestlers are pulled apart by the officials. This may result in a feud on a roll of 1 or 2, but on a roll of 3, cooler heads will prevail as the referees escort Harley Race, a very angry Harley Race, back to the dressing room. So Race is disqualified. He tries to continue his attack on Lewis on the arena floor. Lewis stands his ground, and referees will escort Harley Race back to the dressing room as your winner by disqualification and still Patriot Heavyweight Wrestling Champion is Ed Strangler Lewis. So congratulations to Strangler Lewis. It was a back and forth battle. Lots of technical grappling took place, and both men had their opportunities to win before things went out to the arena floor. And as a result, Harley Race was disqualified in tonight's main event. All right, so that will wrap things up from here in the Dave Cave. Thank you once again to everybody who is watching this videotaped broadcast on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, and thank you again to everybody who tried to catch the broadcast live. I will have to do some troubleshooting to figure out why we could not get a live feed going tonight. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning into tonight's broadcast. That's our stream, and I am out of here.